When I was interviewing for the job, and they were like, well, have you ever worked with bison before? I'm like, absolutely not, never. Well, should you accept the position, you will be dealing with a lot of it because we have a bison farm that I would be serving bison as part of my menu. Required a few moments of head scratching because I'd never used it before, and I had a rather large library of really old cookbooks and stuff from the Midwest and the prairies, that sort of thing. Taking the brisket and corning it, and then making bison Reubens and braised bison short rib, and bison sausage, bison pate.
Oh, we do a bison cabbage soup, pickled bison. We do hanger steaks, bison hanger. Of course, we do bison burgers. If you're allergic to beef, you can eat bison because the fat content is so low.
Bison meat has a very healthy profile, so it's a good thing to be eating. The idea of eating locally, both the food that's been derived locally and at a restaurant that is owned locally, is a decision about the maintenance and health of your community. The bison I refer to as Ed's midlife crisis. And Ed came back from Colorado on a ski trip and said, "I've fallen in love with bison." Okay, fine.
So when I saw those bison, for some reason, it's one of those things in life, you say, wow, look at these magnificent animals, It just sort of hit me. These, I had to know more about these animals.
So I call up, "I need something." And he said, "What do you need?" I said, "I need 2 pregnant female bison." There was dead silence at the other end of the phone. Sure enough, in 4 days, he showed up with 2 pregnant female bison. And that was the beginning of the herd.
It's like anything else. You're shaped by your environment and what's around you. And, our lives are touched every day by our bison herd. It's like if you're a farmer, it's like that's your life. It's what you do every day.
You can guarantee Ed will drag a conversation back to Buffalo from the most obscure, ridiculous references. But it's because he loves the things. And it's a passion for him.
Never, ever trust a bison. And it's not just bison. You can't trust any wild animal.
They have 4 times the adrenal capacity of a cow. Many of them are aggressive and will charge. They have a number of things that don't recommend them to domestication. Never get them so their adrenaline was pumping.
Well, I'm out there every day. I'm always involved with them. It's really Americana at its purest form. I've had a lot of Shinnecocks come over who are trying to relate to their heritage. And they will sit there for hours trying to understand, where they came from and the relationship between Native people and this particular animal, which they hold in the highest esteem.
They're another lovely part of the American story.